YouTube, XploreX here, come back at you with another video, and I know it's been a while since I done one of these, but here I'm going to do a Blackwing's deck profile for you, as you can see by the black whirlwind and stuff. So, yeah, I know I have, it's time to update this, because Invasion Vengeance came out, and let's get right to it. So first, let's start with the monsters, and I'll, find them real fast. So, I think I'm running a higher monster count than I did last time. But start off with the 3 boar, the spear. You know, this is kind of essential for the deck because it's your I mean, you spam the field with boars. It's kind of intuitive, so you can synchro out with like other things. Here, I'm also running 3 copies of Gale the Whirlwind because this is like your main tuner. This helps you go into your 7s, and your 6s sometimes, and sometimes your 5s if you do that kind of thing with this, which you can. I've done it before, but it's not something you really go into. Anyway, besides that, you're going to run 2 Chris the Crack of Dawn, and it's kind of the same reason why you run Boar the Spear, except this one's a little bit better because you can't be affected by spells and traps and whatnot. So that's that. I would run 3, but you know, I'm poor. My 3rd one would be the Shura, so I'm just going to put that right there. But right now, I actually am running 2 Shura, the Blue Flame Mountain. I'm kind of liking this though, because the 2 Shura setup, it's a normal summon. If you destroy a monster with the Shura, you can search something out, which is pretty nice. Next, I'm running 2 boar. Can't talk. Blizzard the Far North. This is really good because when you summon it, not only if you have a black whirlwind on the field, not only do you get a black whirlwind search, but you also get to like revive a monster from a level 4 monster, or level 4 or lower black monster from the graveyard, which is really nice. Then you got the 2 Kaluk the Moonshadow. Another really good card because if you are attacking with a Blackwing monster, or you're about to get attacked, and like your Blackwing monster is targeted for attack, you can just drop this, and your monster gets 1400, which can be a lot. It can help you get over those bigger monsters. So then we have the 1 Orochi the Squall, and this is actually really nice because it's like Gale. You can special summon it when you have Blackwing on the field, and this helps you go into like to the Crystal Wing, with a 7. Some sort, so that's nice. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of scoop all this out the way, 'cause it's getting a little crowded. Put those up there. Next, I'm running 1 Pinocchio Waxing Moon. The only reason I'm not running 2 is it's very cloggy to run 2, I think, in my opinion, because you have to, it uses your normal summon, and you don't typically want monsters that use your normal summon. That's why I want to run 1 Shura at the moment, but like monsters like Kaluk typically stays in your hand unless you really have to normal summon it. So does and Blizzard, actually, because Blizzard can help you like synchro summon something because it brings a monster back and it helps set up those special summon plays. And Shura is kind of helpful because if it destroys a monster, you know, you can bring it out. But this one, it's searching effect, and it has to be sent to the graveyard for synchro material. So that's assuming you have another level 3 or 2 out on the field. So yeah, I think 1's alright. I'm not saying it's a bad card, it's just, yeah. 1 Zephyros the Elite. This is actually a really good card, because not only does it help you get into your searches, when you send it to the graveyard, or when it is in your graveyard, you can return a Whirlwind from your deck to your hand, special summon it, and then before you normal summon anything, activate the Whirlwind and then go into your play. So Steam the Cloak, also a really good card. I like this card a lot in this deck, because you get your, when it just leaves the field in general, it can help you get your token, or it gets your token out, and then you can tribute a monster on your field, special summon it back. 1 Sirocco the Dawn. This is also, I mean, it's not too much of a played card anymore, but if your opponent, I like using it because it's 2000. If you have a Whirlwind on the field, you can search monster, you can search anything in your deck, and you can normal summon it without tributing. I do want to, I might change this in the future, but for now I kind of like the Sirocco in the build. I have run 1 Harmot in the Dust. Ugh, excuse me, can't talk. The only reason I do this is because you special summon it, and you can like level gain. So for example, if you special summon it while you got a Steam on the field, you can either synchro into a 5, or you can level gain, which would make this a 5, and you can synchro for an 8, but I don't run any 8s in here, so. And then, finally, for monsters, to wrap it up, I run one Gladius the Midnight Sun, and I actually like this card because it's kind of like the Blackwing version of Shield Wing, which is really nice, and you can special summon it if you've got a Blackwing on the field, which is also really helpful. So yeah, that wraps up monsters. They're all very basic. I just might run some unusual things like the Sirocco. So, on to spells, and here I'm going to run 2 Lore of Darkness. The only reason I'm not running 3 is A, I don't want to run 3. I don't like to banish my Blackwings, considering you need them in the graveyard. And I just feel like I don't need that extra link draw, I guess. 3 Black Whirlwind. Also, I mean, how could you not run 3 Black Whirlwind in a Blackwings deck? So, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, just to get rid of some back row, and 1 Soul Charge. And that's about it for spells. I'm not really running anything else. I don't really want to run a Book Moon or anything. Just because I don't really have, I mean, A, I don't have room for it. Yeah, that's that. So, for traps, I run a lot more traps than I do spells. But, I run 2 Black Sonic. I believe in my previous deck profile video, I only ran 1, but now I'm running 2, just because I got my hands on a second copy. I run a Bottomless Trap Hole, just to get rid of those nuisances that you can't, that's not worth solemning and stuff. 2 Icarus Attack. A lot of people think this card is really slow, but I tend to like it, because let's say, because you can have, like, if you, after you've gone into all your plays, and you have, like, a Harmonic or Gladius or something, like, just one of these spare Blackwings that you can kind of just throw in your graveyard and revive later, you can activate Icarus Attack and then get rid of 2 nuisances on the field, like, things that you don't want, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why I like running that. I'm running 1 Quaking Mirror Force, and this is a card I recently got. I recently pulled out a Bosch opening, or just a regular Bosch pack. You can watch the opening. It was like Xplore's birthday video, or birthday opening, or something like that. So yeah, that's that. I'm running 2 Reckless Greed. This is a card that I've recently put in the deck. I feel like this is more of an optional thing. I feel like you could either run this, or you could either run one of these and a 3rd Lore of Darkness, or both of these. I like running both, just because, I don't know, I feel like if you go into your draw phase and you have this set, you can activate it, draw 2 more cards, and, you know, that way you're already +3 for the turn, you know? So, I just think that it's a really good card to have. So yeah, that's that. I'm running 1 Solemn Strike and 1 Solemn Warning. These are pretty self-explanatory. I like both of these cards. I would run I would drop a Reckless Greed for a 2nd Strike if you do have a spare copy with you. I don't have a second Strike, and because it's in another deck, and I just don't feel like swapping them out. But I think 1 Strike is good, 1 Warning, because it's not, I don't know. I don't want to say it's not cloggy, but I just feel like in this deck, you don't really need to run that, because you can get over it with your bigger monsters, so. And you need as much life points as possible, just in case you do happen to, like, get somewhere that you don't want to be. And then, last card I'm gonna run is the Vanity's Emptiness. Just because it's Vanity's Emptiness, and once you've got your board set up, then you can activate this, and you're practically untouchable. So that's that. I'm gonna try to make this quick, and then because I can explain combos later. So here is my extra deck. I'm just gonna set the Pokeballs on aside. I run 1 of each Assault Blackwing except for the Sahoya. I'll explain why in a second. But I run 1 Chidori because it's awesome, and I want to. And the card's effect is actually really good. A lot of people don't know what Chidori does, and they kind of ignore it, and they tend to favor it over for, like, Raikiri or something. So, what it does is, like, it's like, it gains 300 attack points for every Blackwing in your graveyard, so it's a really good card late game. And then, if it gets destroyed, you can bring out any Dark Wing Beast Synchro, or, actually, I think it's just any Wing Beast Synchro. Yeah, if you can just target any Wing Beast Synchro monster and special summon it from your graveyard, so it's really, really good. This is a new card from the Dark Illusions, and I really like it. It's Onamaru the Divine Thunder. Really, really, really awesome card. I think you know my reasoning for this, because I mean, if you happen to get like a 7.5 and a tune for it, you can get this thing, and then it essentially becomes a 6,000 beater during your turn, which is amazing. And then it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, which is also really nice. So yeah, one Raikiri just to like get rid of back row and annoying stuff that you don't need. And then I run 2 Sahoya because the 2 Sahoya is really nice. Because you have one in your graveyard, then you synchro summon one, bring this one back, and then go into 10, and then, or you can bring back, or if they're both in your graveyard, you know, you can banish one to special the other and that kind of thing. So, yeah. More synchros, I run 2 Nothung with Starlight, just for the reasoning of, like, the 800 burn and the extra normal summon. You actually pull off 6s a lot more than I'd like to in this deck. But, yeah, you typically burn through both of those in the duration of Duel. Next up is 1 Armor Master. I still run this just because it's nice to, like, if you don't really want to bust out, like, one of your boss monsters first turn, I typically just go for this thing. And then because it can't be destroyed by battle, and you don't take any battle damage from it, so that's really nice. Then I have the Obsidian Hawk Joe. I really like this card, because, I mean, it brings back basically any one of these here. Any one of these, and then it brings back Sirocco from the deck. But these are your targets for the Tamer Joe. It's just really, really nice to, like, have the option to bring back any of these in the graveyard, especially the story right here. If you can, like, if this got destroyed early on, and you can bring this back late game with this, it's just amazing. And it's basically a monster reborn every turn for all your Darkwing beasts that are level 5 or higher, which are amazing. It's a really good card. And then what I like to call the dynamic duo, Clearwing and Crystal Wing. The only reason I call them that is because they're both amazing cards. They negate stuff, and they do also, like, a lot of battle damage. Not awesome battle damage. These two are, like, my favorite cards in the game. Especially Crystal Wing. This is definitely my favorite card in this deck, and probably my favorite card in the game. But yeah, very good cards. They're very easy to make in this deck, especially Crystal Wing, because if you get, like, any 5, like TG Hyper Librarian, for example, or like TG Hyper Librarian, or a non-tuner version of this, like a revived version from the graveyard, and any level 3 tuner, if you got this and any level 2 tuner, these 3 right here, or any level 1 tuner, I mean, it's just really, really easy to bring out. And this one's obviously easy to bring out, because you make 7s like in this deck like nothing, so. Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree. This is a card that I really like to run. It's a 3,100 attack point beat stick, and it can't be targeted by anything. Targeted or destroyed. Well, I mean, it can be destroyed, but it can't be targeted by anything until your main phase 2. And, like, who's going to activate anything during your main phase 2, so that's where I really like it. And then TG Hyper Librarian. A lot of people don't run this card in their Blackwing variants anymore. But it's really crucial, because if you manage to get this on the field, anytime you synchro summon, you draw a card. Draw power is it's like, you need that so much in this deck. That's why I probably should run a third Allure of Darkness, but I need it for my Red Eyes deck and stuff, so that's that. And that's it for synchros. That's, like, a lot of the extra deck. I run a lot more synchros than I would like to, but I like doing it. And then I run only 2 Xyz monsters, and that's Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer, and 101 Silent Renard. And, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. They're generic rank 4s, both really, really, really good cards. I like all of them. I mean, I like both of these guys. I typically go into these if I have, like, I mean, this basically just spot removal. So, like, get rid of things. This can get rid of your ABC. This can get rid of things. This can get rid of your ABCs. Even though, I don't know if ABC can get targeted, but whatever. But still, this can get rid of stuff, and it's nice. Like, it can get rid of things that do stuff, and I guess you get my point. But yeah, that's about it for the deck profile. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be posting another deck profile of my Zexal weapons. They're right here, ready to film for today. And then I'll also, tonight or tomorrow morning, be posting whatever an unboxing of whatever's in this Target bag that I just got from Target today. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video a lot. Just don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with that, XploreX signing out. Have a good night.